Welcome to Love's Revolution, the podcast where we cut through the slogans, the suits, and the spin to speak truth about power, poverty, and the politics that keep people trapped. Today, we talk about the Western Cape, South Africa's so-called model province where the beaches are clean, the roads are smooth, and the wine flows freely, but only if you live on that side of the fence. For the rest, the so-called coloured majority, generation after generation, is born into poverty, boxed in by crime, suffocated by gang violence, locked out of opportunity, and then told every election cycle that things are getting better, that help is coming, that if they just vote right, if they just wait longer, if they just work harder, they too can climb out of the hole they were thrown into. Let's be clear. This suffering is not accidental. It is manufactured, maintained, and milked for political gain. Poverty, unemployment, crime, these are not unfortunate side effects. They are tools of control, because a struggling population is a distracted population. The party in charge, the one wearing the suit of service delivery, thrives off the illusion of upliftment. They build RDP homes that fall apart in a decade. They hand out food parcels when elections roll around. They flood communities with campaign colours, catchy slogans, and cheap promises. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, prime land is handed over to private developers. Luxury estates are built where ancestral homes once stood. Gated communities for the rich rise up on the hills, while the poor are buried beneath them in open-air prisons behind high walls, under daily siege from crime, drugs, and despair. Service delivery is our priority. We care for the most vulnerable. We're creating jobs slowly but surely. We're fighting crime with everything we have. These are the platitudes the ruling class recites like prayers, and they work, not because they're true, but because hope is the only thing the poor can afford to believe in. When your child is hungry, when your neighborhood is a war zone, when every door has been slammed in your face, you cling to whatever sounds like a way out, even if it's coming from the very people who locked you in. And so the trap repeats itself. The same people vote for the same party that sold them the same lie 5 years ago. Why? Because fear is powerful. Fear of worse. Fear of the unknown. Fear of being abandoned completely. Because survival conditions your mind to accept suffering as normal, to lower your expectations, to equate a pothole being fixed or a tap being installed as progress, to believe that maybe, just maybe this time, they mean it. Meanwhile, the elite class, white and brown alike, climb higher. Their wealth multiplies, their connections grow, their families are secure in schools with cameras and gates and air-conditioned classrooms, while your children walk past gang lookouts just to catch a taxi to a school with no textbooks. And still, the posters go up. The rallies come to town, the music plays, and we vote. Here's the truth. Every vote for a party that has proven it does not serve the poor is a vote against yourself, against your family, against your future. But this isn't about shame. This is about awakening, because the oppressed don't vote for their chains out of stupidity. They do it out of desperation. And until we confront the system that keeps the people desperate, until we name the game of performative democracy, until we build political education from the ground up, we will keep walking in circles back to the ballot box, back to betrayal. If you're tired of the struggle, not just the daily grind, but the system that sustains it, then it's time to think differently, to question everything you've been told, to organize, to educate, to stop begging for scraps and start building power. Because one day of voting every 5 years will never fix a system designed to keep you poor. This has been Love's Revolution. And next time you see the posters go up, ask yourself, are they campaigning for your future or theirs? Until next time, stay alert and stay free.